What is going on YouTube? This is Cat24 and today we're going to be looking at another play out of the gun wide trail offset weak formation that we've been doing all week. The play we're going to be looking at is called slot to buck. I really like this play because of its unique play style that goes ahead and puts a lot of demand on a user player. Let's go ahead and take a look at it now. The reason why this play is really hard to stop starts with the Y route. Now the Y route is in purple, which indicates that it's the delayed route. What you're able to do with delayed routes, especially when you're going against certain coverages like cloud flats, you're able to go ahead and get those cloud flats to back up a little bit further to other route combinations in order to get players wide open. And we're going to do that in this route combination. What also is really nice about this play is it's got the ability to have that A on that spot route on two different spots in the middle of the field where you're going to have a user player having to pretty much have to cover both of them. So let's show you exactly what we're going to do for this play to make it work. We're going to put this X on a comeback. We're going to put this B on a fade, and we're going to motion the B over to the left-hand side. We want to keep this motion consistent because if you remember on the last video, if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and look in the description. It was a great running play that took this B route and motioned him over to the left-hand side. We want to make sure that we have plays in our scheme that mimics that motion in order to make sure that we go ahead and keep your opponent off balance. So when you go ahead and move him over to the left hand side, what you're going to see is that these two routes, the X and the B, go ahead and drive coverage back, and you're going to be able to throw this ball really easy, nice easy read to the running back. That time I had it against cover 3. I'll show you again here, cover 3 with the cloud flats, and all you're doing again is putting the X on a comeback, the B on a fade, and motion him over. What's also really nice about this, it has a bunch of different reads, okay? So the first read is always going to be the Y. The second read is going to be this A route, okay? Now, what makes this special is the way it attacks a user player. Let's go ahead and take a look at instant replay and show you basically where a user would have to go ahead and look at. Because we're driving everybody back, you're going to notice that that Y route has to be user. Now, they have to make a decision. Do I go ahead and go after the Y and leave the A open? Or do I stay in the middle and basically try to play in between them? And if they do that, then the Y is going to be open. So against cloud flats, they really have to put more zones or go ahead and make adjustments to their defense in order to go ahead and stop this play. Now, there is another option on this when it comes to cover 3. And let me show you here against cloud flats, and that's basically to go ahead and look at this B receiver as well. Okay, so you have that option. Let me go ahead and put that X on the comeback before it gets there. Okay, and what you're gonna see here is that you also have the option of throwing it to this B receiver in that seam. Okay, now it's really predicated on what the reaction of that outside linebacker is. If you look over here, he is going to sometimes jump down. And if that's a user player and you've done this a couple times, typically speaking, if they jump down on either the running back or the tight end, you're going to be able to throw it behind this player in that little hole. Okay, so you have another option when it comes to cover 3. So now let's go ahead and take a look at cover 2 with the middle linebacker in the deep blue and show you how these route combinations work. Same thing, put the B on a fade, X on a comeback, move the B over, and you're going to be able to work this YA route combination really, really easily. You'll see that this Y is going to be able to get underneath, catch the ball about the 5-yard mark, and usually get about 8 to 10 yards total distance when he's done with the run after catch. It also has the ability to go ahead and throw it to this A receiver as a nice dump-off pass. If people start to key in on that running back, you're going to be able to kind of use this as a nice 1-2 punch to be able to throw it to that A. So let's go ahead and move this guy over and hike the ball. See that the Y is still open, but now we're going to be able to throw it to the A receiver, get some nice easy yards, really just kind of make sure that they are playing their zones in order to keep them honest. Now, this does work on the left hash mark when you're running it stock. When you're on the right hash mark, flip it. You do want to run this to the short side of the field. It also does have the ability to get this RB involved as well. Typically what I'm going to do if I want to get this RB involved, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I motion the B over, same exact thing, and I'm going to put this RB on a smart route, kind of give him a little bit less yards. So if you're, 2nd and 3, something short, you really don't want to go with this route, but you kind of want to work the Y, the A. But if they start getting into it to where you want to be able to kind of get a little bit more yards out of this and they overcommit to the running back, you'll be able to do this. So typically speaking, I'll move this guy over. You see how the RB moves over with him, and we're going to try to throw it to on his break on a low pass. So you can see right here, on this break, on a low pass, you're going to be able to kind of get that there. It does get a little glitchy with low passes, I apologize on that, but you definitely have that ability to get that there. So now let's look at cover 4 and show you it works exactly the same way with cloud flats, and you're going to see the same results. You're going to have the same ability to attack the middle. What's nice about cover 4, it's only one person isolated in the middle, so you're going to see that you have the ability to throw to this Y right away and get some nice easy yards up the field. And then you also have the ability to throw it to the tight end. I didn't make a mention of this earlier, but you can definitely target the Y receiver, which is your running back, early in the route. Okay, what does that basically mean? As he goes ahead and gets through the line of scrimmage, you can target him then. It's something that just as a nice quick hitter, you'll have that ability to, and I'll kind of show it to you as we move this. Watch how there's a Y that you can throw to him basically as he goes through the line of scrimmage, right there. And you can see how you have that ability to kind of throw it there if they're not using that as a, something that they're targeting right away. Now, also can do it to the tight end against cover 4 as well. And I just want to make sure that we show you all, features of this. Most of the time, people are going to use that middle linebacker. It's a 3 receiver hook, so he's going to go ahead and play the 3 receiver side more than the left. So this is going to work really well against the computer. But when you go against a user, he's going to stay in the middle a little bit more. So I'm just going to kind of put him on a vertical hook because that's going to give you a little bit better indication of what he's going to kind of to do instead of the 3 receiver. Now, what we're going to do here again, put the B on the fade, move him over, put the X on the comeback. As you can see, you can still put the X on the comeback as the guy's moving. And again, you're going to be able to throw it to this A receiver as he stops, okay? So you got that nice ability against cover 4. So let's talk about hard flats, okay? We've got cover 2 hard flat out there. And what you're going to see is that people are going to possibly go to hard flats to stop the running back's route. That's a lot of the reasons why we have the X on the comeback. And what he's going to do, not only drive back cloud flats, but he's going to give you a nice option against hard flats. So your first option is always going to be the A again. You go ahead, you can throw it to this A, you can throw it to this middle player if they're not playing deep blue, or you can throw it to the comeback. So I just want to make sure I showed you all the options depending on what they're doing, right? So let's make this in hard flats, put the X on the comeback, move this guy over, put him on a comeback route, and we're going to see here that we're going to now target the X receiver, and you're going to be able to throw it to him right there. Now, typically, if they're playing hard flats, what I'm going to do is probably go to make sure that I have extra protection with my tight end and just do a route combination to the right side of the field, actually to the left side of the field with the comeback, the fade, and the running back's position, right? So once he gets out there, you're going to be able to throw it to this ball right here, and it doesn't matter what type of flat they're running, whether it's cover 3, cover 4, or any type of cover 2. With hard flats, that comeback is going to beat it in conjunction with that Y receiver. So again, I'll just show you this time it's against cover 3, and you'll see that you're going to be able to go ahead and have that same success and basically make it work. So here we go, and the Y's underneath, and you're going to be able to throw it to this comeback and have some nice success. Now with cover 4, a lot of times people will press it. So let's go ahead and look at cover 4, and let's base the line and press, right? And we'll make sure that we go ahead and do underneath coverage. And you'll see again, same difference. X on the play there, and we'll go ahead and we'll block a running back, move this guy over, and make sure we put the B on a comeback. And you're going to see the same type of success, right? You're going to get your blocking, you go here, throw it to this X receiver, and you've got yourself great catches. We've got 91 zones everywhere on the field, so you can see that we're really attacking everybody. So this play just has a really nice play design to really go ahead and mimic that same motion that we did with the running play, but give you some different results. Really make sure that the user has to worry about the run one, but then he's also got to worry about the running back going outside to the left, the tight end staying in the middle. Just a lot of headache when you go ahead and attack the user with this play. We do appreciate you guys watching this video. If you enjoyed this play, make sure you hit that like button and tune in for tomorrow's video that is going to go ahead and give you another play out of this formation. And we're going to release our scheme for our website that has additional 15 setups for this formation. We appreciate you all, and we'll catch you out tomorrow.